everyone, and welcome to Community Connections, our first show of 2019. I'm Marnie Ewell, CEO of the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. Excited, big year. You know, things are going on. It's a great year. Community-wise, it's building, and chamber-wise, we're celebrating a big anniversary year this year. Our 45th anniversary. The Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce was incorporated in 1974 as the Lonesome Valley Businessmen's Association, representing the business interests of the community and getting started with the town of Prescott Valley, who last year celebrated their 40th anniversary. So we know, let's say, the chamber came a little bit before the town, but it's all about business and their contributions to creating a strong economy and building community. So again, 45th anniversary, a lot of great things will be going on all year long. We hope that you'll take advantage of them and join us. And I'm just sad to say it's the Sapphire year. So we had to let the town of Prescott Valley take away their ruby slipper, and we'll be looking for that representative Sapphire year. But a lot of good things going on. One of the biggest things happening is January 10th is the swearing in of our new mayor. And joining me now is, we will call him right now, Mayor-elect Kel Palguda. Hello,
Yes.
Kel, welcome.
Marty, thanks for having me here. I've never been here before.
You've never been in our studio, our circle. We call our circle of love and people that we care about in the community. But
Fair enough.
yes, big deal coming up this Thursday. I'm sure after winning the election in November, this kind of several months
Sure.
waiting for the final blessing and swearing in, when you can actually start seeing fruition of the things that you looked at as far as when you were planning on contributing and leading the community of Prescott Valley.
Sure, and in a way, it's been good having this time, this
Yeah.
little space, and I describe it more like getting on a treadmill. You don't want to get on the treadmill at speed 8 or speed 10. You kind of want to warm up to it a little bit. So, like you said, though, in probably less than 48 hours, we'll be at speed 10. So let's see what we can do.
There you go. And when you look at it, I mean, you've been in the community a long time.
Sure.
So you're part of the growth. You've seen it. You've been involved in it. So it's kind of now you're looking at saying how you can contribute and lead it to the next level.
Absolutely. And I think it's more at this point being a good facilitator and a leader. They go hand in hand, I think. So my goal, hopefully in the next 4 or 5 months, we bring in outside voices from the community who have those expertise in different events, and we form committees, and we get to hear from them, and we can see what we can do as a town to help excel in those different events.
Oh, absolutely. And as somebody who works, in the chamber and the visitor center, our community is growing like crazy.
Sure.
We have so many people moving here. And you say expertise from some other areas that
Absolutely.
say, we used to do something like this back where I lived. Would that work here?
Absolutely. I think that is the key, to be able to be open. And I'm sure you've heard my campaign motto was every voice heard, which is still going to extend for as long as I'm mayor, because I want to hear from people and say, hey, when I was in Michigan, this worked. Or when I was in Kansas, this worked. What do you think about that? And it might not always work, but it's worth listening to.
Well, and I'm always one to look at, maybe something might not have worked 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't say we're not in a place where it might work now.
No, and that's
And
key.
that's where we got to start thinking about where are we and can those things that maybe it wasn't the right time and the right place back then.
And you couldn't have said it any better, because that is exactly it. I don't want to ever hear, hey, we tried that even 6 years ago. Think about how much we've changed in 5 years. So we can definitely re-look at things and see what could maybe work and give it another shot. Just because it didn't work doesn't mean we can't try again.
Well, I think you don't lose anything by trying.
Absolutely. I mean,
You gain probably experience on what you
Sure.
might take to the next project, next event, next activity.
absolutely. And I hope that the good citizens of Prescott Valley understand that, and they welcome it, and they want to be a part of it. And they have to understand, hey, it might not work, but then there are going to be things that we can adapt to and make it work.
Yeah, well, one thing I think about this community, and I've been here 13 years, is that it builds on sense of family, sense of people.
Sure.
And quality lifestyle.
Absolutely. And because we are the youngest,
Fastest growing.
fastest growing, largest, fastest growing, and youngest, or getting younger throughout Yavapai County. That tells
Yes.
you a lot right there.
Yeah.
So it means we need to have those family events and those concerts and those festivals where we get people out of their houses, we get them with their families, spending good times together, and enjoying what we have here in Prescott Valley.
I love those events, and
Of
just
course.
happened this past Saturday, and we'll be talking to Hope Hooper from Parks and Recreation in a little bit, but, the Polar Bear Splat. I mean, that's community.
I mean, how great is that?
People are coming out, they're having pancakes, it's families, it's jumping in ice cold water. that's family, that's community. It's Little League out there.
Sure.
Playing every weekend, every night out there.
Yes.
Of course, I've come to love Mountain Valley Park.
Of course.
That's my home away from home as I walk it all the time. But that's what we want to see happening, that people start, caring for one another.
And I think that's key. And just because the first event, what we need to remember is, might not be a total slam dunk or a home run, but we build off of that.
Sure.
I heard a rumor that the polar bear splash was the biggest one ever this year. So
There was a lot of people out
that says
there.
a lot. Even if that's not true, I know there was a lot of people there, and it's something we can just certainly build off of every year and make it better. So
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Well, and I think don't give up.
No, of course not.
No.
No, and it's just like anything in life. One, you don't give up, and two, you always want to get better every single day.
Right.
You wake up and say, how am I going to make today better? That's
Yeah.
the same way with looking at Prescott Valley.
So what opportunities do you see? I mean, we're pretty much talking a lot of opportunities. Again, perhaps challenges. I mean, I
Sure.
think one of the things I always see is how we communicate to folks. That's a big challenge to me all the time, because how often do we hear that I didn't know about it, or I didn't see
Absolutely.
that was happening, I would have come.
Sure.
That, I think, what do you see as a challenge?
So that absolutely is a challenge. And one of my solutions is hopefully have a multi-pronged approach to communicating what is going on in the town.
Yes.
Whether it's through Facebook Live, whether it's through our utilities newsletter, where we're doing columns in there, or just doing open meeting at the mayor's office. Just open office. If someone wants to come online and ask questions, then they should be able to hear what's going on.
Online communication.
That will
that's
certainly be
something that's like
huge.
that back and forth, or the messaging, the talk. Some people can't get out or
Sure.
make that, but they want to shoot you a note or shoot. Somebody was telling me there's like this whole text messaging thing to communicate now, let people know what's going on, because so many people live by text messaging.
Absolutely.
I know, I'm being challenged with it too,
No.
to integrate that more and more into things we're doing at the chamber.
And you're absolutely right. And one of the things too, I'm going to actually talk about it at the chamber mixer, or not mixer. It's the
Our breakfast on the 29th.
breakfast end of the month. It's people are going to be able to, if they want, receive text message video from me, and it's a program where I'll be able to just give them a message from the mayor, where they'll be able to get it on their phone and say, hey, it'll be 30 seconds, 90 seconds of just me talking directly to them about what's going on, and if they have questions, they can of course reach back out.
That's great, and it's something you sign up for. So
So it's not going to be like spam or anything like
No,
that.
so
They'll
it's
say,
great.
hey, I really want to hear what the mayor might be saying. And it's
Yeah.
not like I'm going to be sending a message every day. Once every few weeks, they're going to hear something, and they get to kind of hear what I have to say.
I love that idea.
So.
Might steal it from you, just saying to our businesses.
It's all right. Wait until you see it. They're going to love it.
We're all going to go up to the next level through your leadership, because I see that, and it happened with us in the chamber with Brady Cabral. You
Sure.
bring somebody younger in that has new ideas and new access to the technology and the way of things go. It just it's the sign of the times. It's the way to go.
And it's absolutely it. It's the future.
And we're going to have Mayor-elect Kel Palguda, mayor, on January the 10th, swearing in. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
More to
ma'am.
come, right?
More to come, and I hope to be back.
All right, we'll take a short break here. We'll be right back on Community Connections.
No.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
And welcome back to Community Connections. I'm Marnie, your host. Joining me now, I would say this is Prescott Valley Day because we just had Mayor-elect Cal Palguda. Now joining me is Hope Hooper with Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation. It's all about us today on this show. But again, it's our 45th anniversary, and what better way to celebrate the community than having three of my very best friends on this show with the mayor-elect Cal and now Hope Hooper, Parks and Recreation. And you'll see her a lot this year because nobody does things better than our Parks and Recreation.
I think so, but I'm partial.
I know. So I mentioned in the first segment, we're talking about bringing community together with the mayor-elect and mentioned Polar Bear Splash.
Oh
So
my
you were
gosh.
out there.
It was awesome. It was such a great year.
It was fun.
It was such a great year. And I think it was our second largest ever. So huge.
Well, now,
showing.
wasn't last year your first largest?
It was, yeah. And so we did a lot of extra stuff last year. Since it
Right.
was the 40th, we wanted at least 40 bears. Last year we had 68 or 69 bears. And this year we had over 60, which is the second most we've ever had. So
I was amazed.
yeah, it was awesome. Everyone was in a good mood. Donut eating contest. Did you
That's
see
my
that?
favorite.
I loved it. I know. It's my favorite too.
And then, of course, the ice cream eating contest.
Yes.
Who wants to eat cold ice cream on a cold morning?
Yeah.
Crazy
it went
people.
really fast this year too. Our adult winner won in less than 10 seconds. Yep.
That just inhaled it in. And then, of course, who doesn't love the Ice Princess contest with the very own Jean Lupa as mistress of ceremonies, but our favorite men in all their glory, showing off their physiques and assets, hairy assets. Great winner this year. He's so
Yeah.
much fun. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
love to play, and that's what it's all about, is
It
our
really
community at play. Having fun, enjoying one another. I was just honored to be asked and help serve on the pancake breakfast, so we had a great time
We loved
serving
having you.
pancakes and sausage. So put me to work every year.
Okay,
I'm a worker bee.
we
I
can
just
do
love
that.
to work. But meeting all the kids, and it was delightful. And again, the great way that the town of Prescott Valley always kicks off the new year, the first Saturday in January.
Yeah, we
So,
love it.
But you still got things going on, so let's talk about what's happening, because, I looked at, as I walked up to the Civic Center building here to get ready for the show, I said, well, here we go, another year. Events at the Civic Center and a lot of fun in Prescott Valley.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep going. We had a strong 40th anniversary. We're just gonna build on it. So we have Daddy-Daughter Date Night coming up. Sign-ups for that are available on our online registration. So if you go to our website, www.pvaz.net, to get to online registration, you'll just go to the Parks and Recreation page, and then you can click Register Online. That'll take you to our whole catalog. Daddy-Daughter Date Night is on there, as well as our classes. But it's free to make an account and sign up. And if you're having any issues, just give us a call at 928-759-3090, or you can email us at parks@pvaz.net, and we'll help guide you through the sign-up process and make sure that the daddies and daughters can get to the date night on
So what
February
is this?
22nd. February 22nd.
So it's February 22nd, so is it a dinner, is it activities, what's included?
All of it. We're going to
Oh,
have
okay.
delicious dinner. And this year, the event is going to be moved to the event spot. So we're back in Prescott Valley, which we're super excited about, so that all of our Prescott Valley families don't have to travel quite as far up to La Quinta. We loved being with them, but now with the event spot
yeah.
open, we're able to be here, and we're so happy about that. And so there'll be dinner, there'll be dancing, there'll be games, contests. We've got a great DJ lined up from Sky City Audio. He was there last year, so any of the folks that came last year that are coming again, you can expect another great time. It's going to be super fun. The theme is Under the Sea, so you'll see a lot of really cool decorations. It'll be super fun for the daughters.
Now, is there an age range for the daughters?
Yeah, so daughters ages 3 to 12 are eligible to come to this event, and just so they're old enough to enjoy it and not so old that they're getting to the point where the younger kids may be a deterrent for them, or they may once you get to be a teen, you're too cool for that stuff sometimes.
Too cool for dad.
So
Although I'll tell you right now, never You're never too cool for your daddy.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right. You may think you are, but
So, what if it's a daddy with multiple daughters?
we have,
Lucky man.
We have a solution for that. So what you'll do is you'll sign up for yourself and your first daughter, and then you can add additional daughters. So,
Okay.
Yep, we have room for that. And once we reach capacity, so once every spot is filled,
How many can you actually?
we have 50 couples open this year, and then
nice.
that still leaves room for the extra daughters. And then if we reach that and we still have some more space, we'll add a couple extra slots. So we try to get as many people in as possible because we know it's such a popular event.
Oh, I look forward to seeing the pictures too.
Yeah.
It's always,
Oh,
always
so
fun.
adorable.
So again, to register, go to your website.
www.pvaz.net. You'll click on Parks and Recreation. That's under our departments, and then register online is one of the buttons right on our Parks and Recreation page.
First thing coming up now, February 22nd, so you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, coming
The
up
event
soon.
spot. You've got other things going on. You gave me a whole bunch of goodies here.
Yeah, we have day trips are back. So we have a trip to the Pima Air and Space
My
Museum.
favorite place.
Yeah.
Speaking of daddies, I took my daddy there one year for his birthday. He's since passed, but one year it was a daddy-son trip. I took him down there and had the most amazing time. It's a
How
great,
cool.
great place.
How cool. Yeah, I've heard really good things. And
Yes.
we have some spaces left on this one still, and it's January 24th. That's a Thursday. We'll be taking folks down to Tucson to the Pima Air and Space Museum. If you have questions about that day trip or you're interested in signing up, give us a call, 928-759-3090. That's also the same online registration system as Daddy-Daughter Date Night and all of our classes, so we make it really easy, just one-stop shopping for all of
You
our
do.
registration.
You do.
Yeah, we try.
Lots of things going on, classes, programs. You got your call to artists
Yeah,
now, because I
we
know
have-
one of the big things we have is the Art at the Center.
Oh, yeah. Art at the Center is our outdoor sculpture program. So when you visit the Civic Center campus, I'm sure
love it.
you've seen the beautiful sculptures around. Some of those are on loan. Some of those are part of our permanent collection. So we do purchase some sculptures. We do have some donated, which is amazing. And that call is open right now. You can pick up an application in our office, chamber office. I'll make sure you guys have some.
Yes.
And then online, or just give us a call. We can send you one directly through email. So that's for sculptors who work in media that can go outdoors. So larger outdoor sculptures that are durable and ready to be in contact with the public in all of their forms.
And the elements. But,
yes.
if you have any questions on that, just take a walk around the Civic Center and you'll see
Yeah.
the beautiful art that we do have out there.
Exactly, exactly. So you can see what kind of stuff we've had in the past, give you an idea of what sculptures you may want to.
Always amazed at
Apply
their
with.
talent.
Yeah.
So we're running down to short of time, but we could just tell them everything you need to know is on Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation, pbaz.net, Parks and Recreation, all that information and more. Hope Hooper, amazing job. Look forward
you,
to a
Marty.
great 2019 together.
too.
We're going to have some fun in Prescott Valley. We'll be right back on Community Connections.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
You made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
And welcome back to Community Connections. Joining me now is what I call one of my partners in crime, or part of the three-legged stool, is the town of Prescott Valley refers to us, those in business economic development. Ben Hooper with the town of Prescott Valley, Economic Development Manager. Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Likewise. Thanks so much. Same to you.
It's a lot of good things were kind of coming to fruition at the end of 2018, and now here we are, 2019. Ben, what do you see going on? And we're just going to talk about all the great things happening in Prescott Valley. We talked about people, we talked about fun, and now we're going to talk a little bit about business.
That's right. Well, and why can't business be fun, right?
We think so.
I sure
We
do.
think so.
That's right. And I mean, I think probably the biggest thing that happened during 2018 was the acquisition and start of the redevelopment of the former Kmart building here in Prescott Valley, 110,000 square foot
Wow.
building. And that's going to become, and it was purchased by Pruitt's Furniture down in Phoenix. And they've been a Phoenix presence for over 60 years. Their owner also has a home in Prescott and has for a few decades. And he's really hoping that this store will become kind of the Northern Arizona furniture hub.
Wow,
and,
yes.
And one of the first things that when I met with them that I was asked was, what can we do? How can we get involved? What can we do to give back to our community? And those are the kinds of businesses and folks that we want to have up here. And they're reusing a building,
Right.
and they didn't lease it; they purchased it. I mean, they're really making an investment in our
Wow.
community, and we're just thrilled to see that here.
Well, I'm thrilled. I've been looking for a dining room set for a year, and all I know is I haven't found one I liked. And I was online after you heard about the announcement of Pruitt's, and went online and was looking at their inventory in their store in Phoenix, and I said, "Phew, I'm waiting. It's been a year. Might as well wait 3 or 4 more months until they open and find my dining room set and buy right here in Prescott Valley."
Right. Well, and I haven't had an opportunity to check out their Phoenix location, so I too have just kind of gone online and perused through. But between that and talking with the
Yeah.
ownership, they have furniture ranging from the
Furnish your
furniture for
apartment,
all
maybe.
budgets.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Your-
that's really what it is. I mean,
dorm
so
room and-
yeah,
and things
exactly.
all the way up to,
whether it's
you
a
know-
dorm room or one bedroom or your multi-million-dollar mansion that you just
Right.
built out here, Pruitt's can serve you. And so I really think this is going to be a great addition. And
Well, plus it's going to fill that building that's right kind of in the middle of town with the apartments going up. They're opening this year, and that's just going to revitalize that particular area. I know that Safeway, and I go to Sally B's all the time because of our Lions Club, and Goodwill's very busy, but that has just been kind of sitting there, almost like, can we please do something? And that's going to change the whole complexion of that corner.
it will. It'll give a whole new feel. And I mean, just like the apartments have completely changed the feel.
Oh, my
of being
stars, those are
around in
beautiful.
that area. They are
Yeah.
beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to, they should be opening up those in the next few weeks or months, at least with the first move in.
Yes.
And then just scheduling the rest. But we're talking 500 to 600 people living downtown Prescott Valley. I mean, or
You
at
don't
least
think that's going to
what
make
we're
a big
creating.
impact and
Oh, yeah.
change the dynamic of the downtown business community? You'd be surprised. It's going
Absolutely.
to be absolutely amazing to see what transpires when this next year. So we're pretty exciting stuff.
We are, and
Yeah.
and while Pruitt's is great, that's also not to minimize some of the other businesses that we've had join us in 2018, and
Well, they're working on one right around the corner from my
they are
office.
indeed. And
Hello?
it was to tease you. They are building a Dunkin' Donut Baskin Robbins crossover concept
Look at Eddie, he's
behind
going,
your
"Yeah."
office.
Right next door to the Hampton Inn. What better location than
That's
than
right.
that? Taking that corner that has been, as to this point in my lifetime, empty,
Mm-hmm.
and now that is going to change again. That whole right across the street from Rafter 11, a wonderful business that I totally enjoy for
do
coffee
too.
and scones, donuts and pizza and ice cream.
Yeah. You
Oh,
don't
you're
even have
killing
to-
me.
Right,
Killing
exactly. And what we're looking is a spot to put a gym somewhere in around there, because I think we're going to need it.
Well, there's some land across the way. If you've got an idea,
Yeah.
you've got a business plan, right across the way.
I
some land
suppose
for
you should
sale.
probably walk, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, let me drive for a donut.
Yeah, right.
Right around the corner. No, I mean, again, but that was one of the most anticipated groundbreakings that I have seen since Chick-fil-A.
It was.
That was all we heard. When is Dunkin'? When is Dunkin'? When is Dunkin' coming? And finally, when it did, it was like, yes, it's really going to happen.
Right.
So here we go.
Well, and that does bring up, a good point as far as, we're waiting for it, we were excited for it, and a lot of what slowed it down, and I think people just might not be realized, is that there is definitely a labor shortage when it comes to the construction industry. And so when people are hear that there's a new business coming and they are rightfully excited to have it, but unfortunately sometimes it just takes a little while. But it seems like things are clipping right along, and if the weather cooperates, I know that the Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, as well as the Mod Pizza, that's all going to open on that same lot. That should all be open March, April.
Well, I'm sure they want to get ready
fingers
and
crossed.
get the end of spring, early summer. They want to get in and get open for, you're not making any money with being closed. So,
That's right.
The sooner they get open. But again, lots of opportunities in Prescott Valley. We do have, some vacant buildings, and I know you're working all the time to recruit, bring in businesses, whether it's retail or hospitality, to benefit the community. And I know you hear everybody has their little special one that they want. So what is the one that's most requested to you that says, I think we should really have a...
Probably the most requested at this point is, surprisingly to me, is an El Pollo Loco.
Yes, I hear that too.
And I
Isn't
think,
that
how
mu-
much chicken do you folks need? But that's,
We love chicken. No.
I love
But
chicken
I
too.
hear-
Let's be honest.
Eddie's going, yes, but I hear that too. El Pollo Loco, kind of interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of people are saying, we have a lot of fast food, we have plenty of fast
Mm-hmm.
food, let's bring in more dining. But when you go to somebody and say, what would you like to see? El Pollo Loco, fast
Yep.
food. So who knows? But, again, we just opened Gabriella's last year.
That's right.
So, again, a wonderful Italian restaurant. So, we are building
Mm-hmm.
our hospitality, our restaurant inventory here.
Absolutely.
And, we always have room for another hotel because we could use the bed space.
Yeah, we absolutely could. I think, most of the hotels sit at or near 100% occupancy, especially on the weekends. But,
Mm-hmm.
obviously during the week is when others are most concerned, and they still do quite well. And
Right.
I think we're positioned right to demand another hotel in the community. So that's certainly something that I've been banging on some doors, trying to get folks to see that value.
I know you do it every day, Ben. You do a great job representing
Well, thank
Prescott
you.
Valley and getting in front of those businesses that said, hey, have you checked out Prescott Valley as a place to relocate to or to add into your inventory, your business inventory?
Well, really, it's almost like a sales type job doing economic development, and so when you got a really great product to sell, like the town of Prescott Valley, it makes my job a whole heck of a lot easier.
And we are lucky to have it. Ben Hooper, big things coming in 2019 with the Town of Prescott Valley Economic Development. Keep an eye out. We'll be announcing things as we go along. Maybe a quarterly show with us.
Sounds
Right?
like a plan to
All
me.
right, great. Happy New Year. Thank you for doing it.
Same.
Looking forward to Pruitt's. Thank you all for joining us, Community Connections. Have a great 2 weeks.